Hi guys, Chox here, and welcome back to my channel to the cake decorating playlist. Today we are going to take fondant and put it on cupcakes the nice way. So we're gonna ice the cupcakes, cut out the fondant, put the shapes down, quick and easy. Let's go check it out. Okay, so what I'm using today is a set of cupcakes. I've got some fondant that my marshmallow fondant I made in my other video. I'll put a link up in the cards. I've got some Betty Crocker icing in a piping bag because we're just going to smear it on. And I have my Cake Boss flower kit, and I've got the small flower and a small circle. And I also needed to find a circle that would fit on top of my cupcakes, so I'm going to use that just to cut the base. I've got a little bit of icing sugar and a little bit of water. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is just stick some icing on here so that the fondant has something to stick to. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of icing in the middle of this. And then I'm just going to take a regular butter knife and smear that around. There we go. Oops. A couple of my cupcakes are a little short. That's okay. I think they shrunk a little bit while they were in the freezer. Yikes. Alright, so there we have 4 cupcakes smothered in icing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marshmallow fondant, make it a little pliable, okay? Roll it in a ball. I'm going to roll this out and make some circle bases out of it. Alright, so I'm going to sprinkle some icing sugar down. I've got enough fondant here to make sure I have like enough for 4 of my circles. That's the size I need. So we're just going to roll this out to make it somewhat thin, not too thin, and we don't want it to stick. So I'm just going to keep moving this around. Pick up some more icing sugar on there. If you notice it gets a little sticky, add more icing sugar on there. Don't worry about the icing sugar showing on the final product. We are going to give this a little mist with some water so that the icing sugar just kind of melts away. Baker's tip, you want to be careful with your fingernails because you don't want nail marks in your fondant. And I need 4 circles out of this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then we're just going to put this away for use again. Okay, so now we've got 4 circles. I'm going to put it on the cupcake that way, so it's nice and flat. Here's the cupcakes. Here's the circles. Oops. 1. 2, 3, 4. Now we can't just leave this like this. You do need to take the time just to kind of tuck your fondant onto your cupcake to make sure it adheres to that icing and doesn't slip off. You don't want it to slip off. You also don't want any finger marks or dips in it. So nice. There we go, a nice flat surface that we can continue to decorate. At this point, if you wanted to just do an inscription with the person's name for a birthday, that would be lovely. You could also do a buttercream or a decorating icing decoration on top of this and it would hold well. You can do a monogram on this, or we can continue to decorate it with fondant. So I'm just going to take care of the other ones. Kind of pressing it in. Sometimes you get like the cupcake folder or the cupcake liner has folded in there. So we'll just work around that. That will be covered. But make sure your fondant is adhered to the cupcake holder, or to the cupcake. Lovely. Alright, for this next part we're going to roll out 2 big pink flowers, 2 yellow flowers. All right, that's a nice thickness. See how thick that is? And it's pretty even all the way around. I'm gonna dip my cutter in my icing sugar. 1, 2. Now while I'm here, I'm also going to do little circles. 1, 2. I might just poke that right out. Poke. Now we're gonna set those aside. And move on to yellow. Roll it out. Alright, that looks good. I cut out 2 yellow ones. 1, 2. 2 with this little guy. 1, 2. Pop them out. Set them aside. And set them aside. So I just went and grabbed a different cutter. I've got a little bit bigger one. What I'm going to do is just mix together some pink and yellow. And I'm going to dust this. Roll it out. I am going to make 4. 1, 2. These are going to look marbly. 3, 4. So I'm going to put them underneath the little dot. There we go. That'll look awesome. Okay, so here we are. Our station is clean. We're ready for final put together. I have a little dish of water that I'm going to dip my finger in. I've got a paper towel. And what we're going to start off doing is just putting a little dab of icing right in the middle. This is just going to help anchor on those flowers. Always work with clean hands. So I want to do 2 pink and 2 yellow flowers. So here's a yellow one. Remember, no worries about the dusting of icing sugar on there. It doesn't matter. Just pick the nicest side. By that, like this one, I accidentally stuck my fingernail in. That one's nice and smooth. 3, 4. Okay. So here we are. They're nice and smooth. Look at that. Oh, just lovely. Each of these 4 big buttons, I'm just going to put a little water on. Set it down. Just dab it with a little tiny bit of water. Set it down. Again. Do. Be careful you don't drip water on the other parts of this, because it'll start disintegrating the sugar. Okay, now light little brush of water on there just to get rid of the white. And see the marbling coming out. That's so cute. So if you wanted to, you could leave it here. Too much water. Too much water. But what I'm going to do is I am just going to stick these little tiny dots on the top of that. Put the yellow on yellow. Oh, cute. That really makes that little button underneath pop. That easy. Put my finger in the, dab it off on the paper towel, just so it's a little bit damp, just so it'll hide up that icing a little bit. You could use a fine mist spray bottle and just give it a little spritz of water. Also with this, once you get the icing sugar off, you do not want to package them up airtight right away. You want to let them air dry a little bit. And then that way you can also see if there's any touch-ups that need to be done before eating them. Or presenting them, I mean. There we go. Alright, and there we have a set of beautiful cupcakes made with marshmallow fondant. Quick and easy. Well, there we go. Another fun edition of Cake Decorating with Chox. It was fun to use the Cake Boss decorating kit on this, as well as that cake I did before. I'll stick in the cards. And yeah, quick, easy. They look fabulous. Fantastic. All right, thank you so much for hanging out here with me today, decorating the cakes. Please click one of these boxes hanging out around my head. It will take you to a YouTube recommended video and to the cake decorating playlist. Also, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you know when I upload. And yeah, have fun cake decorating. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time.